Well, hello, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for April. Hope you're amazing. So, just an FYI, you may notice that the light is changing. The sun is going down if you're viewing the video. So, just be aware of that. I have a fix coming in a couple of days. So, let's, let's handle it until then. Okay. So, Gemini, we have child's nature in reverse, tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. Do not take this literally at the moment, okay? And prophets and ancient seers, decisions and predictive guidance. Hmm. You know what, Gemini? In April, you see something happening. You see something coming. You see something coming in the way that you want to say something or you want to change the situation, like adjust it to make it better. Um, so I feel like it feels like you're mad at people for like, why did this even happen? Why is this an issue? Why is this coming up? You should have dealt with it. Um, this is you just being mad in general. And I feel like you're mad because it interrupts something. I don't know if you're going somewhere or have plans or you just feel, like tired of handling it, quote unquote. You know what I mean? It's something of that nature where you're just agitated by this whole situation. Okay. So we have travel, storyteller, financial constraints, spirit keeper of the east, the garden and the gate, and eagle communication. Yeah. You had plans. You had plans to move or go somewhere on a trip. You had plans here. And I feel like those plans, it's interesting because I feel like you've been talking about it. You're excited. You feel like you have everything sort of like in order. And everybody else has been telling you that things are in order as well. So I do feel like you have been trying to be proactive in a way. And then it feels like as we are moving down, that you're realizing that there is some financial situation you need to take care of, or that money needs to be used for something else. And now you have to sort of change up the plans. This is unfortunate, but also I feel like it opens up communication of an issue that needs to be dealt with. So it's like an unfortunate situation that brings something to your attention. Sorry, I'm going to adjust the lighting. It's getting worse and worse, huh? Okay, let's get into the cards. All right, Gemini. Nine of coins. Emperor. This has something to do with money. Queen of wands. The fool. King of swords. King of cups. Page of swords. Six of coins. Ace of cups. Yeah, I feel like what's affecting you in April is someone else's bad judgment. Someone else's bad choices are affecting you. And I feel like that's why you're, I'm not going to say lashing out, but like angry, upset, disappointed, um, a list of other emotions along those lines. Because, yeah, it feels like you feel like your financial situation is intact. Like, I don't see you seeing or feeling like there's an issue, but it's like you're realizing that someone else has taken risks, um, and you have to sort of take control over the situation. It's like you know this person closely. Like there's some sort of weird obligation that you're going to come and save the day. Almost like that person doesn't have any cares, any worries. Mm. And what's interesting is I see you helping. I see you dealing with it, you know. Like I said, there's a level of obligation here. But also seeing that you need to approach your compassion, I'm going to use that word, for this person, this situation, a different way in the future. Like, it's not like you can't stop caring about them, but you're definitely setting boundaries when it comes to the amount, quality, I guess, of love that you're giving here. Emotional attachment, I guess. Yeah. I see you're happy. Like, your money is good. You feel like your family is in order. Um, you feel like maybe you can go on a trip or make a move that you have wanted for a while. You're like, since I'm stable, I can take this risk, and it feels like it'll be fine. Like I don't have anything to worry about. Yeah. It feels very much like you have to take control of somebody else's childish decisions, um, their childish choices. This is an interesting feeling, Gemini, because it feels like this person is just taking risks. Um, like like it doesn't matter because they'll be okay. I don't know if they realize or they just don't care that you're the one that has to resolve these issues or fix them. It's like this person uses emotions, emotional connection, emotional manipulation to get you to take action. What I'm seeing though is that you're very smart. You're a thinker. You're a thinker, so you're like, I'm going to have to show love and compassion with logic. And loving someone is also about having them hold accountability for their actions towards me. Yeah, because of this situation, you're going to have to go without something or hold something back. You're aware that that is what's going to have to happen. And I feel like that is what puts you into action to making changes. Yeah, I see your money being very stable for yourself. Like you're doing very well. Your financial situation is very well. Okay. I feel like you're well off, whatever that means. Um, and you're looking to take a little risk with your money. You're looking to take a little risk with your time. Maybe take some days off and go on a trip or do something. I see you wanting to leave the country, maybe. It almost feels to me like a big trip, a big deal, a big move for you at this time. And I feel like you're like, it'll be good for me. I'll be inspired. I'll be excited. I just need that change of scenery, you know? You're so excited about taking this chance that in your excitement, you're not you're not even realizing that someone's going to ask you for something. I feel like this is where the money or the time comes in. Um it's like someone asks you for help, for money, for something that you're not planning. You're so excited about going on like a friend trip or moving to this friendly neighborhood, whatever it is, that you don't even see this thing coming that kind of thwarts your plans. Um but this is what's interesting about it. It feels as though logically you feel like you don't have a choice, like to deal with this. It's like a routine. These are the rules. This is how it happens. So let's say it's like a parental figure, like a mother that always needs money or always needs help. And you're like, well, yeah, this is just a part of how it goes. This is what we do, right? So I gotta help. Who else will help? Something like that. But the more that you look at this, the more you're like, why am I the one dealing with this? I need help. I need support. I need for the other person to put the time in. Interesting. So, in respect of your stability, in respect of your authority over your own life and what you do with your things that you have accumulated, you're deciding to take action, to make change. Okay. Um, it's like you have the wisdom, you have the smarts, and you have the wits to deal with this type of thing. And this has inspired you, Gemini, to make changes. Because moving forward, this is not the kind of pattern that you want to have. Okay. So I do feel like that you're going to start pulling back on what you give, making sure that somebody else is also giving the equal amount or putting in the same type of effort that you are. So confidence and not being distracted by emotional manipulation is the first thing I'm going to say. Because I feel like this is a default answer to you acting this way from this person or this situation. And because you're inspired to make change, your actions will have to be different as well. And they may try, I feel like this person may try, if this is a person, they may try some foolish things, but it's going to be very childish. And you're going to see as an emotionally mature person what's happening. Okay. So your emotional maturity through April is really going to help you out here, Gemini, with sticking to a set of boundaries that you are making regarding this person or regarding the situation. Yeah, I see you not being confused. I do see a little bit of the emotionalness getting to you. You know, like we're always like, oh, it's family and, we got to be there. But they're individuals in your life just like everybody else. Okay. Let's be completely honest. Um, but it's like when you get past all of that kind of generational ideal idealizing, I guess, um, then you can start to see clearly the manipulation or the tactics that someone is using against you, and you can start, because it's not that you don't love or care about this person or have compassion, it's that you also have respect and care and love and compassion for yourself. So boundaries, that's what I'm getting. And, establishing boundaries. Okay, let's go in this some more. Okay, we're going to start with money and career because I feel like this reading has been focused real, like solely on that. But yeah, I see you have been investing a lot of time in making money or working or saving up time to go on a trip or to move. It's like you haven't invested time and energy into something because you believe in it or you're excited about it. Like I said, it's like you taking control of your life in some way, like a big turning point or something that is beneficial to you. And I see something you didn't expect turning that around or feeling like it was a waste of time. But the Wheel of Fortune shows up here because it's meant to happen. It's meant to happen to have this open discussion or for you to pay attention or realize something. So I feel like that's where the fated part comes in. Um, um, there's definitely an illusion or some sort of karmic energy around your money, your assets, and other people having conceptions of what you're building. So this is they'll Gemini will always give me money. Gemini will help because I did this for them 20 years ago or something of that nature. So um there's that kind of feeling of obligation that's there that I can't seem to get rid of. So I see you having to make a choice on what's important moving forward. And this event that's happening to you in April, Gemini, really puts that into perspective for you. And the fact that there needs to be some changes and you need to take some risks that you may never would have done before, but that's what's going to happen moving forward. Okay. Yeah, you've been on this, holding on to this obligation path for quite a while. Um, and I feel like they're not learning, and now you're stuck in this situation. So everything has sort of built up to this moment of change that needs to happen. And your emotional connection with someone is going to be your weak point. So logically, you understand that there needs to be some sort of change or some sort of checks and balances. Um, I also see you being smart enough to pick up on somebody's manipulation tactics. And even though it may have always worked for them, it's not going to work moving forward because you're changing the way that you love. It's not just solely about doing something for them to show love, they also have to reciprocate that. And there needs to be balance and acceptance of boundaries and so on and so forth. So let's talk about your love life. If you have a partner, so this is what's interesting. I feel like what's happening shows a lack of financial responsibility or education for someone. And that acknowledgement shows you that someone doesn't know about money, about making the right moves, having that sort of maturity that you do have. And you're thinking, I ignored this out of love and respect. I got compassion, I guess, for this person, for this individual, for this situation. And now it's stopping me from doing what I want to do in the future or moving forward. So it's making you upset with this person or not wanting to talk with them or break up with them or separate from them altogether. But instead of doing that, logically, that's just extreme. Um, you're finding a smarter, wiser way of handling it because that's what you do. Gemini, that is what you do. Okay, let's see what Spirit has for you. Ooh, I love this. So you have growth here. And this card focuses on you learning the types of compassion. Compassion for others doesn't mean sacrificing your boundaries or who you are or your plans. Compassion can be tough for some people, because it's like, I care about you enough. Like, if you know someone who is addicted to drugs, you're like, I care about you enough to put you in rehab. Okay, that's compassion as well, even though they hate you at the moment. But it's just that compassion is not always soft, and compassion is not always lovely and wonderful and butterflies and rainbows. It can be tough. And you're maturing in that way to understand that in April. Yeah. Like I said, realizing someone's financial situation is not the way that it is. This this feels like someone whose life is not in order, and you realize how bad it is. Um, I don't know why it's bringing me up to a movie I saw a couple of days ago. I can't even think of what the name was, but it was The Accountant. I watched The Accountant. looking at someone's books and realizing how bad something truly is, even though on the surface it looks fine and dandy and wonderful and great. Okay, that's that's what it reminds me of. Isolation. So you're dealing with, like I said, knowing how and when to speak up, when to establish boundaries, because you're thinking, oh, well, this is my person, or this is my family, and I can't say this and I can't make them upset, but also I want them to change. But that's like overstepping your boundaries. It can be a bit of a fine line, Gemini, but this is about taking control, and you have the wits and intelligence to do it in a way where you feel love in your heart, even though this person is uh ba- badgering you about how you don't care about them because you won't give them $20, okay, or whatever it is. But it's also that understanding, and it just feels, it has a sense of it had to happen this way for it to turn out this way, you know. All right, Gemini, I love you. Now I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.